Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jeannie and I've got a fun bonus upload for you today. I've been seeing the pop art comic book nail art make a comeback lately, so I definitely wanted to give it a shot, but I decided to combine it with my breast cancer awareness mani since it is October. So I'll be using iGel products. So the pink I'll be using is iGel's Shocking Pink, which is this beautiful neon pink, as well as iGel liquids. So just want to show you, I'll be using their gel art liners as well in white and black to help create that comic book look. I'm extra excited about today's mani because I have the opportunity to twin with my really great friend Cam. If you're active in the iGel Beauty Facebook group, you probably know her. She's one of the admins and she is one of the sweetest, kindest people with like the biggest heart ever. So I'm super excited to be able to twin with her. My base is my iGel Beauty Medium Almond Pro Gel tips, and I did rough up the surface of these tips because I am dipping directly on top and I do want my dip to adhere to it. So this is going to be a basic dip application where I'm just doing Shocking Pink on all 5 fingers. So I'm going to speed through it so we can get to the comic book pop art, whatever it's called, nail art. And I will be doing 2 dips of Shocking Pink and then cap and clear per my normal process. If you're worried about the look of my hands, same. But I promise you, after I file and buff and wash my hands, it all comes out through. There's no staining, so don't worry. So I'm just capping all my nails in clear now that I've done my 2 coats of Shocking Pink. I'm going to activate, file, and buff, and then we'll be back. Now that I'm filed, buffed, and cleaned up, we're going to use our white and black nail art gel liners from iGel Beauty to create this look. So initially I had thought that I was going to use the iGel liner art brush to do this just because it's a longer brush than what comes in the bottle. So I am putting some of the gel on my palette so that I can use that separate liner brush. And I really love this brush for nail art. So it's dual ended. So the one end is shorter, I think it's 9mm, and then the other end I believe is a 12mm, so it's longer and skinnier than what you get in your line art bottle. So I thought that would be easier to use. So I'm just gently rolling my brush into the gel just to pick up some of that gel but not get too much. And here I'm going to try to outline my nail with this liner. So I'm just gently trying to start that outline, and what I found was my liner brush kept slipping off my nail. I'm not really sure why it was slipping, but I tried a few times and I usually never have any problems with the liner brush, but I was just getting frustrated, so I decided to use the liner brush that was in the bottle. So what I'm going to do here is I want to keep my fingers and hands stable. So I'm just resting it on my jar of dip powder. And I'm just going to slowly line the whole outline of my nail in the black. So I'm just kind of doing as long a strokes as I can, but I don't want it to be too crooked. So I'm just kind of breaking it up into smaller steps. I'm getting as close to the edge as possible. I feel like I could have gotten closer, but I have not steady hands. So I actually had to take a break. So after I filed and buffed, I actually had to eat lunch because I was shaky. I forgot to eat breakfast. So I ate lunch before I started this, so I would be a little less shaky. I'm still shaky because I don't have steady hands. But you can see I'm just going around the perimeter of my nail with the black If I need more gel, I'm going to pick up more gel just so I coat it, because these gel liners are one coat coverage. I'd say this was definitely a trust the process mani, because my lines definitely weren't straight, so I do go back over them at the end just to fill them in a little bit more, make them a little bit straighter. But you know how you're most critical of yourself, so I could see all the flaws, I could see all the crooked lines, but I think in the end when you take pictures it's really less noticeable. So it's really about just, you know, getting outside of my own head and just trusting it that it'll all come together in the end. Oh, and you see there, like I had the gel already in on my palette and I didn't want it to go to waste. So I figure instead of dipping my brush back in the bottle, I might as well use what's on the palette. If I do kind of get a little excess dripping on the neck of the brush, I will kind of wipe it off on the bottle. But as far as getting a little more gel polish on my brush, I'm using what's on the palette because it's there. So you can see here, I'm just trying to clean it up a little bit because I'm overthinking it and over analyzing what I have. Like it's too thin, this is a little crooked, these aren't even, like just going way too overboard. I mean, I still had fun with it, but I was just over analyzing it. So that's kind of what you're seeing here. Once I finish this nail up, I am going to give it a flash cure, so 10 to 15 seconds in my 48 watt lamp, just to make sure my gel doesn't move and I don't smudge it when I do my other finger, because I definitely don't want to redo that again. So I'm going to do the same thing for all my fingers. I am going to show you my middle finger as well, and I should mention my index finger and this middle finger, they're all real time, just so you could see my entire process and how long it took me. And then for the rest, just because it's repetitive, I'll speed through it. But I just wanted to call out that this is real time, just so you could see the time it took me to do this. Once I just sucked it up and just started drawing, it was fairly quick. I think it was just the initial part of being too afraid. Am I doing the right thing? Is it the right spot? And just kind of jumping into it. Then it was easy after that. Once I finished with the outline of my nails, I gave my nails a full 60-second cure in my lamp, and now we're going to go in with the white line art gel liner. So what we're going to do with the white line art gel liner is to the right of every nail, I'm just going to draw like an upside down semicolon. So it's kind of going to give like a glare look. I'm not even sure what you call it, to be honest, but it kind of makes it all look surreal. Like at this point, this is when my nails start freaking me out. Like they just looked so unreal and so I don't know how to explain it. It was just like, whoa. So up until this point, you know, it was just kind of dip powder with some gel polish. But once I started applying these, I was like, wow, these are kind of freaky. I don't know. Is it just me? Does this, I mean, it's cool, right? But does this comic book, nail art, pop art, whatever it's called, nail art trend, does it kind of freak you out in a good way? Like it just looks so unreal that it just freaks you out. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to let you watch me finish out the rest of these nails, and then once I'm done with this, I'm going to give my nails a 60-second cure in my lamp. Before I apply my top coat, I'm going to apply gel base, and this is the iGel Beauty Gel Base. Excuse the state of my bottle, it's very well loved, but this is going to give my gel top coat something to adhere to or else it will peel off. So I'm going to go in, apply an even layer of gel base, cure for 30 seconds, and then I will go in with my matte gel top coat. The matte top coat was what really ties the look together and makes it look so great. So now that I'm done, I'm going to top off with my Candi Skincare Cuticle Oil, and this is in the scent Moodi Brew, which is the October sub bag scent, and it is like a nutty coffee, and it smells so good. I cannot stop using it. I'm definitely going to have to buy more of this. To make my nails matte again from where I got oil on it, I'm just going to take a lint-free wipe and some rubbing alcohol and wipe off my nails, and once they dry, they will be completely matte again. And here is the finished look. What do you think? Do you like this comic book, pop art, nail art trend that's made a comeback? I'm definitely not a trendy person, that's for sure, but I definitely wanted to give this a try because I just thought it was so cool. Like, it honestly kind of freaks me out. My nails, look at this, they don't even look real. They just look so, I don't know. It's cool and it's freaky all at the same time, but I love it. Like I love the illusion of it all. And once I got out of my head and just painted my outlines, it was easy. It was just a matter of getting out of my head. So I'm curious, would you try this? Have you tried it? What do you think of this trend? So I hope you liked this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this, and it also helps YouTube recommend me to others. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.